living lovely, just slowly. I wanna be with you.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tiasha and I'm back. Y'all know what today is. Today is Business Talk Sunday. So I'm going to start this series out on how to find a vendor for your hair company, or not even for your hair company. It could be for a clothing line or t-shirt company, you know, clothes, all that stuff. I'm going to tell y'all. And then I'm going to tell y'all how I found my vendor. So, Google, Alibaba, and DHgate is going to be your best friend when trying to start a hair company. And I'm going to just speak on it in terms of hair company, but like I said, if you're trying to start a clothing line, all that other kind of stuff, this can be applied to it too. But you just got to know the right terms to type in. So in my case, I was looking for virgin hair. So I was going on Alibaba and DHgate, typing in cuticle aligned hair, Remy hair, virgin hair, and all these lists of companies are going to come up. All these pictures are going to come up. It is so overwhelming because there's thousands and thousands of companies, and it's very strenuous. Like, I literally was researching for months and started and sampling for months. So make sure that you have a little bit of money to buy samples, because they don't give free samples. But make sure you have a little money to buy samples, because you're going to have to sample out your hair. Instagram. I know a lot of people are skeptical of Instagram, but Instagram can be a great way to find a vendor too. You don't necessarily have to go looking. How a couple vendors found me, you know, through like the search SEO or whatever. I don't know what they call it, but I was constantly on Instagram searching it up, virgin hair, putting in tags for hair companies, virgin hair companies, unprocessed hair, and then they'll start contacting you. They'll start following you. They'll start contacting you. And next week, I'm going to talk about the questions that you need to ask them when looking for, you know, virgin hair or raw hair. My mistake was, at first, I wanted to sell raw hair, but it's so expensive to where even I wasn't able to get, like, I mean, I still was able to get it at a cheaper price, but I would have to charge my customers way more in order to sell raw hair. And just starting out, I wanted to be an affordable company, so I didn't just want to start out with raw hair. So after I searched raw hair and tested it out, it's great. I got some raw hair here that is so beautiful. Eventually, I do want to get into raw hair as one of my collections, but right now I'm just selling, you know, virgin hair, virgin unprocessed hair. So, like I was saying, definitely, before you even start looking, know your target market. Know who you want to sell to. I want it to be affordable, so I should have known that raw hair wasn't for me. I spent money on raw hair, and that was my mistake, because it was a waste of money. It wasn't a waste because I could wear the hair, but I'm saying at that time I didn't need to be buying no raw hair, and it wasn't cheap. So then after that, I still had to find other companies. Like I said, Instagram, definitely search the hashtags, put in hair plug, hair companies, hair vendors, unprocessed hair, virgin hair, you know, all that stuff. If you just going to different companies, if you just going to different companies' websites, they'll start following you. They'll start coming to you. Then, believe me, they're not scared. They'll start inboxing you. Like, do you need hair? Like, to this day, even though I found my company, they'll still inbox me, do you want better hair and all this kind of stuff, you know, trying to get sales and stuff. But yeah, so Instagram, Alibaba, DHgate, Google, those are gonna be your best friend when trying to find a vendor for hair. Like I said, you're gonna type in cuticle aligned hair. You're going to type in Remy hair. You're going to type in virgin hair. You need to know what type of hair you want to sell. Is it raw hair? Is it Indian hair? Is it Chinese hair? Do you want to sell unprocessed hair? Virgin hair that's unprocessed? Like, you have to narrow it down to the T. So that's how I ended up finding my vendor. Actually, I found my vendor through Instagram. I mean, you can always go the route. So many people are selling their vendors. I'm not selling my vendors, but I have some good vendors that I have basically made relationships with, because you always want to have more than one vendor. Because if that vendor sends you a bad batch of hair, or that vendor sends you something messed up, or they hike up their prices, or they decide their shipping is not fast. Like my vendor, as soon as I put in the order, they ship it out within 24 hours. You gotta have fast shipping. But I always have a backup. You always want to have a backup plan, just in case something happens with your vendor. You want to have another good company to where you can hurry up and order this hair and your customers are still just going to get great quality. So I have my vendor that I'm going through now, and I have about 3 other good vendors to where I've tested their hair and their hair is good too. Ultimately, I ended up choosing the vendor that I'm with because of the price and quality. So it's not like some of the vendors that I tested out didn't have good quality hair. Some of them prices, you know, wasn't in my budget right now, or things like that. But I have about 3 or 4 good quality vendors. So if you need any assistance with finding a vendor, you know, comment below. I'm willing to help. Like I said, I am not selling my vendor. I am not giving any information out on my vendor, but I am willing to, you know, assist you in finding a vendor, or if you're looking for the vendors that I have that are good vendors, you know, I will give you that information and you can test them out yourself and go from there. But I didn't want to make this video too long. You know, this is the first episode, or whatever you want to call it, of my Business Talk Sunday. Next week we'll be talking about questions to ask the vendors. And not only hair, like I said, if you need assistance with finding if you're trying to start a hair line, because I'll be having a hairline coming out too, you know, hair care products. I have vendors for that. I have vendors for packaging. I have vendors for flat irons and hair tools. I have vendors for different types of raw hair. I have vendors for different types of virgin hair. Like I said, cosmetics, you know, all that stuff. T-shirts, logos, all that stuff I have information for. And it was, after strenuous research, it was pretty easy to find. You just gotta be consistent and know what you want. Go in there, look for it, and yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to keep y'all too long, but this is the first segment of the video, and I hope you like them. Subscribe, comment, share, and I will see y'all next week for another Business Talk Sunday. Bye.